Hello, y'all. Just doing a quick learning how to just try not to be so detailed, so difficult. So I'm going to build some patches and go through my process. First thing that I do is I usually go to the input block, and I like to just turn on the input gate. Doesn't really get in the way. The stock settings just quiets everything down a little bit. And the very next thing I do is come down the way, somewhere around here, doesn't matter. If I'm going to make a simple preset, I don't need to click down here and go down to the second path. You can do all sorts of crazy things, but just the idea to get a quick start. That's what we're endeavoring to do, is a quick start. So we'll just leave it. We're just going to work on path 1. And so I come down here about midway, and depends on how you want to do it. Some people like IRs, and some people don't. It's okay. For me, quick and simple, I go to amp and cab, and then what flavor am I into? I mean, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to go. Sometimes I just want to see where it takes me, so let's just grab a Fullerton Bright. So then I just take a nice sample. Maybe it's a little more, edgy. Maybe I wanted a more clean tone, so let me scroll down, see if I can get a nice clean tone, and let's maybe go for let's see. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for that one right there. True Blues Bright. Now, I had one that was similar to this, and 5.9 on drive. That's not where you want it. Give about 1 or 2, and turn this up. Okay, so for me, I like to have a little presence. So sometimes right after the amp, actually another thing I do right here is I turn the 410 and then I drop it to a 121 ribbon. Sometimes I want a little more bass, so I'll get a little closer, but I think 2 is just fine. I don't really worry about the low cuts or high cuts. If it gets a little woofy, you might want to bring up the low cut to around 100. That's simple, quick and easy. All these things are going to be simple, but now I want a little bit of room. So I will go into Legacy, add a little bit of room. I realize how wet these sound, so I drop it down about half, and I drop the mix down about half, and we'll turn it off. Maybe turn the mix up just a little bit. Turn the decay. You'll hear it. Yeah. It's all right. Right about there. Now you have a little. Now I may want to do something a little more with a different reverb, but this gives you the feeling of some space. There it is, and honestly, you can sit and play with that for quite a while. But sometimes I personally want a little bit of a compressor, and I take the LA Studio Comp, and sometimes I just put it right there, just right at the beginning. And that's what I'm going for. That's what I like. You can turn it on and off, but sometimes, so I'll go down here and I'll put that on foot switch 2, just be able to turn it on and off. And maybe you'll want a little drive. We'll be able to, let's try that one. A little bit of dirt, so I'll put that on. I typically would put that in somewhere like foot switch 8, just right there, be able to turn it on and off. Okay, so, and then maybe drop a little bit of a delay, little stereo delay, ping pong action, and then I'll put it at maybe like a dotted 1/8, and set the tempo 70 or so. Then I will go in and I'll turn trails on. Mix seems fine. Probably turn down the feedback a little bit, and maybe just drop it in the mix a little bit, and then like the tone. There you go, there's a patch. You can turn the drive on. But now say we wanted to add a bit of a boost with the foot pedal, just to be able to boost what we've got. So what I will do is I will take and go into here, and then instead of a snapshot, I'm going to assign this to a drive. So I will go and I will say the drive I'm going to put on, let's say foot switch 9. Okay. And then we were about 1 to 2. Okay. Minimum drive. So you set the minimum drive 1 to 2, maximum drive, let's set it to right here. But let's add something to this. Let's go here, and we're going to add a little bit of gain here. Same foot switch. Let's do it there. Right about here maybe, and max gain right here. So now we turn. Okay, so we can actually make this switch also be on there. So we hit the switch now. So here's our standard. No snapshots, just assigning parameters to a foot switch, setting the minimum and maximum. So I don't know. Let's see, Chad, how do you record? How to record Helix to be a sound card to a PC or laptop. Okay, so yeah, that's not the topic of this one. That's a little bit more in depth. But you just have to set the right inputs and outputs for your DAW. That's pretty much it. That's a pretty crazy rockin' sound for a tweed. So I like the sound of a tweed when it's driven with the right drive. But yeah, so that easy, you save it. So we're gonna call this one simple grit, whatever. Okay, so now we'll go into the window command center. No. No. Go into one of these. Yeah, there we go. And we'll change the name to lead. And change the color of the to whatever. I guess red. There we go. Save. So. So there's a real simple preset. I think it sounds great. Some people say they can't get a good tone. I mean, it's really that simple, and I mean, it just takes a few minutes, and you got your ins and outs. Now you can get really crazy with it, and you can add all sorts of crazy things. But there's no need. If you just want to rock and pedal with a little bit of boost, it just treat it like you would an amp and a real pedal board. So it's there's no reason to well, let's stick a tilt EQ on here and dial that in. Just make a rockin' tone and stay in your lane with your music, and tonally get to the gig, and you can make some adjustments into the where is it, tools, global EQ. As far as I'm concerned, my global EQ is always passed. If you wanted to get to a gig and you wanted to make some adjustments, say it's a little sharp in the room, whatever, you can make your adjustments. But as far as what I typically do, there's just really no need. You just set it the way you like it, and adjust your presets to the situation. Make your presets in a comparative situation to, like if it's for a live gig, or you make your preset and then do your final adjustments on your preset at full volume, with the band playing. Just at your rehearsal, you make your adjustments and make sure that you can be heard. That's it. So simple, easy. It's a really simple setting. And don't overthink it. Mark Watkins says, don't overthink it. Yeah. We can sit here and go, well, I think I would like to take a little bit of this, I'm going to go ahead and add, I need to EQ this. So let me grab this, parametric EQ, and I'm going to put that after the amp, and we're gonna futz with the low and mess with the mid gain, and we're gonna boost it here. So here's one of the things that also will help your presets. When you make a preset, keeping it simple, I'm going to turn all these off for a minute. Turn all these off. And how you volume level your presets is pretty much this. Nothing's on. Oh, they've got a delay. Let me turn the delay off. All right, nothing's on. Straight, play that. And turn your amp on. Changed character, but it didn't change volume. Turn it off. Oops. I like that one there. Turn it off. Change character, it didn't change volume. And that way, that when you start bringing in other elements, you're not turn these off. You're going to want a little volume boost, and that's okay. That was only a few dBs, so yeah, so that's another trick, is to keep your levels there. But sometimes people want to go ahead and they'll put in an EQ, and they will take and on the gains they will go up. Okay, they will go into the plus. That's going to change the volume. All right, so what I find, it's better to do subtractive. So if you want to bring up the mids, then you take and bring down the high and the low. That will now effectively, it's called subtractive. You want to do subtractive. See, so we turn that on, and we reverse back, and we reverse back. Turn it off. See, we're subtracting the lows and highs. Okay, well, pentatonic blues for you. So subtractive, take away, if you want to get all fancy, but this right here, this is absolutely unnecessary, because your amp, you can do this in your amp. Take away some of the sharpness. Okay, so you can see, not a lot of need for necessarily the parametric. Maybe listen, there may be times you're trying to go for a certain tone. Yeah, great, but the simpler the better. You're not getting a good tone, you're probably putting too much into it. Yeah, I mean, it's really that simple. I've made lots and lots of presets. And I have one specific preset that is on the the marketplace, but it's more of a specialized kind of preset. You know, I like doing these specialized tones, and that's for diatonic chords. But that said, you know, you've got this really fancy, expensive unit, and buying presets, they can get you maybe like a learning curve, but you will, hey, thanks, Sheldon. They can get you more like a learning curve. You know, you may buy a really cool preset and try and figure out how they got that tone. That's great. You want a specific artist. You know, Glenn DeLon makes some fantastic presets. But with any of the preset makers, any, I don't care how good they are, you will have to adjust it for your equipment. You don't have the same power amp, speakers, you know, you have the Helix, you have everything in here, and you've got those tones. But this guitar, you don't have this guitar, and you may have one that's like it, but you don't have this one, and you don't have what the person made the tones on. You know, power cab. Maybe you have a power cab, great. But you're gonna have to make some tweaks and adjustments to your liking in your settings anyway. So buy presets. I encourage people, if they want to buy presets, buy presets. If you want IRs, buy IRs. For me, I have people throwing me IRs left and right. I don't have any interest in IRs. I am really fond of the factory stock cabs. Okay, I can get them to do what I want. There may be times of which I do have some IRs. I don't have mine in here. I have. Let me see if I can find it. That would be great. There it is. Okay. That's not it. Okay, I know where it is. One second. Any rate, super Dropbox. Super duper. There it is. I'm going to drag this right there. Okay, here's my super duper IR. I have one IR, and so we're going to switch this over into an amp and blow away all my settings. That's fine. We switched it in the amp. We're going to lower the drive back down, and then we're going to add my super duper. Oops. Yeah. Oh, learn how to do this. There it is. And put my super duper IR in. Okay. That's my super duper IR, and if I want to use an IR, then I use that one. That one goes to the whole, what I call OTB, or outside the box. So if I switch IRs, let me hear the difference. So this one sounds really, really open. So now I'm going to grab another IR. You instantly get a box around it. And I've some people that may be the tone you're going for, and I get that. I'll switch to another one. You hear that box? So we go here. Super duper. The box is gone. Okay, that's all. There's no box because there's no. It's kind of how I get that amp in the room feel. So I'll use this super duper, take any of that amp sound, and basically this was an IR that was made out of an EQ, some parametric EQ settings. And if I go here, so we'll save this, whatever, we'll save that. If I go here and I open up this one, matchstick. Oh, let's see. Wait, let me find. Okay, litigator. Yes, this is an OTB litigator, if it will work. There it is. All right. Forget even how I did these. Okay. You'll notice here, this is an amp. It's under amp. There's no cab. You'll notice no cab. There's no cab in here or IR. This is the speaker simulator. No mic. That's just empty. So, I mean, you can go all over, but back to the original reason why I did this is I wanted something that was more of a direct amp in the room feel. So I set out to do this, and it's not new. And I received criticism from the naysayers. Whatever, I don't care. I actually openly said where I got the idea, and I got the idea from Tom Scholes of Boston. He was a fairly genius kind of person with electronics, and basically mimicked what he did for the Rocktron speaker sim. That's it. So I took and made an EQ that mimicked the EQ of a speaker response, and this is what came out. And then I turned it into an IR. So, for what it's worth, your mileage may vary, but that's what I do. So, back to where was I? I don't know, maybe I didn't even save it. Did I save it? Yeah, simple. There it is. So, back to this. Turn it on. A little delay. So, anyway, that's it. Just a little quick. Try not to overthink your presets. you know, there's lots of free presets that are out there. I've found, and there's a lot of people that have found, that IR chasing is just as option paralysis. The first IR pack I got, it was one of the largest red wires. I think it was red wires, and I downloaded it. It was incredibly big, and you know, it had 1.5 on axis, off axis, you know, mic at this level, this level, this level, and pretty soon, you know, just to get the right tone, and you know, 1 inch to 1.5 inch to 2 inches. I mean, my ear couldn't hear the difference in those. So, you know, it, for me, you know, finding the right IR, for me, it's much easier to say, go in here, got a new one, and I'm going to grab an amp, just any old amp, it doesn't matter, and I'm going to go in here, and I'm going to grab a cab. And one of the nice things is you can do a dual cab. You know, that's, dual cabs are stereo, so all mics and cabs are mono, but a dual cab have two, you know, they're stereo. So, you know, if one wanted to put something in between, like a stereo, let's just show this here. Ping pong stereo, ping pong. Now, this is a dual cab, and you get stereo. If I turn this into single, there goes. It's mono. So a lot of people don't know, but the dual cabs, that's stereo. I mean, I don't know how much different. Like if I did this, and then I move this out here, have it outside of between the amp. I don't know if I hear any difference. So putting it between, I don't know if there's any benefit or not. Just maybe how you want to do it. I don't know. But simple presets are going to get you out rocking and rolling. So easy to just, I mean, it's just this easy. Watch. Start. I'll make this in like less than a minute. Yeah, let's see, amp and cab. And when they get to 3.0, it's going to be even better. Yeah, boom. Let's see, delay. I want a stereo delay. I'm going to go vintage. And I want a little bit of room reverb. Let's see, a little room reverb. Legacy, room, boink, boink. Little drive. Distortion, Minotaur, and turn on that, and voila. What, it took a minute to build that? I don't know. I mean, yeah, it's not fully built, but okay, let's put it on a foot controller. 8. Let's put it on 11. Okay, and let's go back in here and turn on trails. Boom. See? I mean, so Mark Mark says he likes to change the two different mics on the dual cabs. Yeah, there's lots of ways to play it, but it's really, really simple. Back to what I was talking about. If you go in, let's go back to this empty idea. You go in, you put an amp, whatever it is, I don't care, and you go and you put a cab, a dual cab, and just whatever. You can change these to match different tones, and you can get all sorts of things. But so unlike an IR, you have to keep changing IRs out. This you can go, well, what mic do? Let me hear what this sounds like. And then you go here and you go, well, let's see, this one I want that mic, and let's hear that. Hey Aaron, how's it going? Yeah, I'm excited for 3.0. I think 3.0 is gonna excuse me, choked on my words. 3.0 is gonna be crazy game changer. My guess is there's really not a whole lot that will compete even after 3.0. So, but enough about 3.0. Simple preset. Don't make it difficult. And listen, you can go, and our ears are fickle. I can spend, oh man, I got that dialed in, and I love that tone, and I pick it up the next morning, and I'm like, what? Did the Helix break? Did I break my Helix? It sounds nothing like what I made last night, and that's because of ear fatigue, and you go and you go away and you come back, and that's why simple presets, they're your friend. It's easy. Do we have difficult presets? I got lots of difficult presets, and let's see. I don't know how ready for prime time this is. Hang on. Nope. Okay. Here it is. I don't know what this sounds like yet. That's not the good one. I don't know where the good one is. Oh, okay. Where is it? Oh, maybe it's this one. I don't know. I don't know which one. I don't think it's not that one. Nope. Find a difficult one. Those are not mine. Dynamic paths. What was this? Oh, you run across something. I don't even know. Weird. Fun. What was fun? Oh, that is weird. You never know. I think these are all junk. Any rate, simple is better. Logic. 3 new. Velocity with stomp. Gary Clark Jr. that was my Gary Clark Jr. attempt. So, anyway, that's about it. I just wanted to take a moment and talk about simple presets. Simple presets. Make your presets simple. It doesn't have to be difficult. And enjoy. Play. Play your guitar. Get better. I don't ever get a chance to play. So, that's about it. So, hope it was. Hey Clark. Hope it was beneficial to you, and I wish you the best. Gear by Seba is, I spend all my time working there. So if you want something for your Helix, like this, toppers, magnetically attached, and such, check out gearbyseba.com. And then, if you really want some really good presets and you're set on buying some, the marketplace is a great place. Also, Glenn DeLon, my friend Glenn DeLon, has some great presets, artist type presets. You can get them from his store, or thanks Mark, I appreciate it. It says Gear by Seba has some good stuff. Well, I put my heart and soul into the products, and I personally fulfill each package, and I also am human and have sent out packages that may not have everything included because I've been so busy and I'm trying to fill, and I try to be careful, and I get distracted and my attention deficit goes all over the place. But I do my best, and if ever you get something and it ain't right, just reach out. I'll take care of you. So, I am the guy that does just about everything for it, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart for everybody who's purchased anything, and if you ever have a problem, just reach out. We'll take care of you. That's it. So have yourself a wonderful rest of your day, and please enjoy your evening. Bye-bye.